we have an intruder.
I will deal with him.
Take this anchor with you.
I know what I must do. Welcome to another Action Figure Adventures animated review. Today we're taking a look at the Mariner figure from the Mortal Clash line. I picked this guy up from ZoloWorld.com. These figures are from an anime called Saint Seiya or Knights of the Zodiac. I apologize if I butcher any of this stuff. I'm a total noob when it comes to this anime. I basically kind of found out about it because I thought these figures looked interesting, and then felt dumb not knowing anything about them for the first review. The figure comes with an instruction book, a backdrop, his trident weapon, helmet, this ball and anchor weapon with a real chain. He also comes with a set of hands that can hold weapons, a set of closed fists, and a set of open hands. The Mariner figure here features a fish armor motif. I think he's really cool. I actually liked this guy more than the Asgardian soldier that I previously reviewed. This was the one I wanted to get when I saw them online. I ended up picking up the Asgardian guy also because I just felt like I wanted to, sort of a set. So, he has ball joint head. I noticed that they don't look down very much. Great movement, but I wish his head could tilt down a little bit more. His helmet is removable. It's got a generic skull cap thing kind of going on there. Ball joint arms. The armor does move out of the way. He has hinges at his elbow and swivels at the bicep there. He's got wrists that are ball jointed. You can swap the hands. All the armor is removable. It seems like some is more work than others. I don't actually know if this torso armor would come off. But the shoulder plates, if you were careful, you could pop them off and switch them with another figure. The arm guards could be popped off. He has ball joints at the hips, doubled knee joints, ball joints at his ankles. If you pull a foot off, you can actually take his armor off. So you could really customize these guys if you wanted to. His ankles are kind of skinny looking without them though. But if you really wanted the fish armor guy to have the furry boots from the other one, I guess you could do that. So this guy doesn't have any soft goods, which is interesting because the Asgardian soldier had the furry boots and the tunic. So I did find that interesting. Although I kind of like this guy better that he doesn't have soft goods. One note of caution I would give you is that I actually broke his weapon holding hand right after I got him. I was messing around with the figure and I put the weapon in his hand and I pulled it out, straight out, and it snapped the fingers off. They were actually molded as two separate pieces, and I'm sure this isn't going to show up very well, but there's a seam right there at his knuckle. So I ended up re-gluing him. I don't know whether mine didn't have enough glue when it was manufactured or if I just overstressed it. It didn't damage itself when it broke. It just cleanly popped apart at where it was, where the little tab is inserted into a slot. I have also found out that a lot more of their stuff is modular than I realized previously. Step over here. Mariner. For instance, to make it easier to put the weapons in their hands, the little end pieces here pull right off. And then you can slide it through, put the ends back on. Even his spike here can come off. So I could actually switch the ends of the weapons between the two, the axe and the pike, or the trident. I think he's a really cool figure. I love the way he looks. This fish helmet is just awesome. I just really, really like the design of that. The chain weapon is pretty cool. It's hard to animate with a loose chain, but for displaying, it's really cool how you could, wrap it around his arm and just sort of display him with this weapon. Not that this is necessarily a cool pose that I just made up there. One of my favorite things about the vintage Thundercats toys was the little plastic chains that held together the nunchucks for Panthro. And so I thought about that a lot when I saw this guy with his real chain weapon. I did throw in a Motu figure into this review, since I don't know if they made any Saint Seiya characters other than these generic troopers. I just felt like I needed something to give this one a little bit of story. So I had Mariner work for Merman. And he fits in pretty well with the Motu Classics figures. He's kind of skinny. I think it would actually be kind of cool to get a couple extra Mariners to use as an army for Merman. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this Action Figure Adventures animated review.